What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here. We are back on Dragonfire Lite. There was a bunch of tips that people asked for in the comment section. Again, thanks again for everyone who participated in answering some of those questions. But I figured I'd do a follow-up video to help out some of the people. There are some things that if you're not used to being in Bedrock, you might miss. People were trying to figure out the favorite foods, certain locations of things like the traveling merchants. There are 2 traveling merchants in this. One, the fruit one, which is what you see in front of you, and then another one. And then some of the recipes for the armors and the different weapons. There's one specifically, the Magnus Hammer, the Magma Hammer that is specifically eluding people. So I wanted to show all that here. First things first, favorite foods. Now, if you want to tame and get them to grow, the eggs will tell you. As you can see, if you hatch, it tells you what it is and what you need to use to eat to grow it up and tame it. Right there. As you can see, with these Storm Falcons, it's the wheat seeds, blaze powder for the blaze falcons, the storm, what is that? Storm struts. It's mutton, magma cubes for the Magnus egg, apple for this one. Get out of the way. Raw salmon for this one. Wheat for this one, and then and then rotten flesh for the mummified dragon. Okay, so those are their foods. If you're having a hard time finding the eggs, at least you can find the favorite foods, and that's how you also tame the adults. As for the traveling merchants, like the fruit one here, there are areas they tend to spawn in more. They're supposed to be able to spawn in any area randomly, but the places they frequent are around villages and spruce forests. So if you're having a hard time finding them, hang out around those areas a little bit more. It should increase the times that they spawn in. Now, take everything I tell you with the understanding that performance varies for everything in these type of add-ons. It's just how it is. Different devices sometimes act different ways. There are certain glitches that'll pop up that get by QA testing. So the best course of action is, if you do run into a big glitch or you can't figure something out, please try contacting the creators of the map. Now, sometimes they can't always get back to you, and it also depends on what platform you contact them. Most of the creators that I know and deal with regularly have both an Instagram, a Twitter or X Factor or whatever it's called now, and they all normally also have a Discord. If they have a Discord, I will tell you that contacting them on their Discord is probably the fastest way of contacting them. You're gonna get the fastest results normally from Discord. That's what I've seen, me personally. Someone might have seen differently or gotten differently, but for most of the studios, and I've pretty much interacted with almost all the studios that make creations for the marketplace. Not 100%, but most of them all have a Discord that you can check out. Okay, so let's move on to the weapons. Now, pretty much every weapon is made with the basic sword recipe. Now, if you're newer to Bedrock, you're used to the recipes just popping up if you have the materials. They do not pop up in survival if you have the materials for the weapons and the armors in this add-on. You have to put in the recipes yourself. So, for instance, for your average sword, it's a stick plus the material that you're making it out of. So all the newer swords and even the spear. There's a spear for one of the storm ones, are all made this way. Once you do that, you got it. The only one that's different is the Magnus hammer. The Magnus hammer, you make like that, kind of like an arch, and then you put those there. A lot of people were asking that. Instead of answering it in the comments, I wanted to just show you that's how you make the Magnus hammer. It's the only one of the weapons that isn't made like a normal sword. You kind of have to arch it kind of like you do for a pickaxe. After that, the next thing we need to focus on is armors, and they are the same as your normal armors. And those are easily to see. Like I said, it might not pop up in the recipe section for this individual piece of armor, but once you get the scales of the dragon that you want, which you can collect either by they'll drop them randomly, or you can get shears and shear them. And then if you're safe, like these are for boots, same thing. If you're confused about like what you need to do, just in survival, get your normal materials, and then the recipes will pop up. Just go to them so you'll see, and then mimic it over there with the scales of the dragons that you want to copycat, and then you'll make your things. So that's about it. I just wanted to show you guys that. Everything else you should be able to figure out. Again, there were some people having a hard time with flying. You can only fly the dragons. Let's see, this one does it have? Yes, okay. I put a saddle, which is the normal horse saddle. You have to make sure to go to its inventory, which you get when you actually mount it. You can get on, and then when you push the inventory button, which for Xbox it's Y, I'm not sure what it is for keyboard. I believe in PlayStation it's square. And I'm not sure what it is for Nintendo Switch. You'll have to look them up. Whatever the inventory button is, when you're mounting the dragon, you can come up and it'll bring up his inventory, and then you can put the saddle there. Now you can fly it. Without a saddle equipped, it will not fly. You can get on it, you can tame it, but you cannot fly it. Then it won't actually, the mechanics, which is look up, look down, to fly up and fly down, won't work until you actually push the jump button to launch the thing. And then once you do that, you'll actually get a little higher. It's a little tricky sometimes, because even I'm having a hard time getting it going. Come on. Like I said, it will vary. Do I got a saddle on you? Oh, wait. Sneak. Okay, now he's standing up. No, I don't have a saddle on this one. I know I had more saddles on some of these. Saddle on you. Here we go, got a saddle on you. There we go. Like I said, it's sometimes it's tricky, but that's how it should work. If it's not working, then something's going on with that dragon. Switch to another one. But that's how it should work. Once you activate the fly with jump, when you look up, he should fly up. Looking down, he should fly down, and then you should be able to kind of hover, looking straight forward, able to fly. When it comes to healing them, the food that they eat should do that. Yeah, whatever their favorite food is should heal them. Again, mileage will vary with these. But I think that was all the major questions that I was getting asked. And other than that, like the different effects of the different suits of armor, I would suggest just making them and putting them on and see which one you like, and then go from there. And the big one was finding the different random traders, which again, I will repeat, they're supposed to be able to spawn anywhere. There's a chance for them to spawn anywhere. But if you're having a hard time locating them, try going to a spruce forest or around a village. That is supposed to increase the spawn rate in those areas. All right, guys, I hope this was informative for anybody who might have been struggling with some of these issues. Anything else, I would suggest leave it down in the comment section. The comment section has been phenomenal with people coming in and helping, and I'll try to answer questions if I catch them. I know a big thing for if you're newer to Bedrock, you're used to the recipes popping up. For some reason, in this one, the armor recipes and the weapon recipes are not popping up, even if you have the materials in your inventory. You have to literally go, which is the old way of doing it, and you have to know the recipe and put it in. Which, like I said, the only one that's kind of off when it comes to following normal recipes is the Magnus Hammer, which is pretty easy now that you know it. It's pretty much kind of like what you do for a pickaxe. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it helped. Please make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe if it did. Thumbs up if it did, thumbs down if it didn't. I won't, I tried to help as much as I can. If you have any more questions, again, try leaving them in the comment section. All right, Average Arcader out.